You think anybody will notice that she's gone?
I think so.
Really?
Because we're not going to have a weird intro.
Oh, I think we just did. Hi everyone, I'm Javier.
Hi, I'm Gretchen. And this is Snoot, taking the place of Melanie, who's not here today.
Yes, Melanie is out today. She will be back next week. We're just enjoying the company of somebody else today. who's just as weird as her, so I guess it's pretty good.
Colorful.
Yeah, it's just as colorful.
And magical.
Yep. So today's beer, we stuck with Sacramento Sunset.
Yes.
Yeah, it's her favorite beer. She didn't feel like experimenting, so I was like, all right, that's fine. And it is Valentine's for in 2 days. So yeah. I do this whole thing of being nice for 3 days. It got really quiet. What happened?
That was my way of being like, oh.
Yeah, so I get really nice and she gets her pick of restaurants and of beer.
My restaurant this year is at Casa de Casillas.
Yeah, I get to cook.
Because he's an amazing cook.
I love cooking.
And I love watching him.
Okay. So it's been an interesting week. It's been busy. We've had so many guests in here that have talked about the show.
Yes.
We've had so many interesting things. I actually can't wait till the last section of the show when we talk about what we've learned this week, because it has to do with all our customers this week. So yeah, looking forward to it. So cheers. And let's get this party started. I forgot. I've got my knee, my elbow sleeve, because I hurt my elbow this week. So I've got that, so I can't bend my arm too well. Okay, so first question. And once again, these questions come from you. They are from our website. They're from Facebook. They're asked of us on the sales floor. Just stuff that you guys are interested in and want to find out about.
Yes.
A lot of it has to do with sleep, some of it with furniture, some of it with us personally, but we answer every question. I know one. Okay, so so before I ask this, one thing that's happened this week is somebody asked me where we came up with the idea for Fishbowl, and I told them, well, I always introduce it at the beginning of the show. We have a meeting. We used to have a meeting where we would sit down and we talk about what we learned this week and what questions were asked, so that way we could, do our research for the next week. And that was that was our original meeting. And then we introduced beer, and then now we introduce you and beer, and that's how it's progressed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
the whole idea of a fishbowl too is exciting, because I remember as a kid, that's where we got to draw tickets for prizes and stuff like that. So it brings on excitement.
It was her idea for the name, so I was always wondering why it was Fishbowl.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has to do with the drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, really nice. Anything creative is her. I mean, literally, she's like this design genius. So the Fishbowl was her design. Okay.
Well, thank you. Can I add that one to my resume?
Yes, design genius. Okay. All right. My mother needed a lift chair, and you guys sold her one that was great. But we are now needing one for my husband, who is a bit larger than her. The one you had in the store would be too small for him. Do you have any larger sizes available?
Yes.
Okay.
And I am forgetting the company name.
Ultra.
Is that bad?
Ultra Comfort.
Okay, so Ultra Comfort has bigger lift chairs, and the differences in them, you have heat and massage in our current chairs. And the Ultra chair, it has the availability to doing these preset positions that are very similar to an adjustable base. So if you've ever heard of zero gravity, the lift chair actually will put you in zero gravity. Another huge difference is some people will say when they're sitting in a lift chair and it's coming up and stuff, obviously it's helping you to your feet, right? Well, when it's laying back, sometimes they feel like they're scooting out to the floor. So what they changed with the Ultra chair is they lift the middle as they lay the back backwards. So it creates the safety zone where they don't feel like they're going to scoot to the floor.
Yeah. And Ultra Comfort is coming in, I believe, right after March. So they're not here yet, but we can go ahead. excuse me, we can go ahead and pre-order for you, but we don't. Okay, so we would do that for you, but it still would be after March. We're bringing in a couple of models just because these things are amazing.
They are.
Like what she was talking about. She showed me the picture. I talked to the rep. I was the one to talk to the rep. She's the one that investigates to see if it's really pretty or whatever, because she's into the pretty part. I'm into the part of, hey, is this gonna sell?
Function and decor.
Okay,
yes.
and I'm pretty. Is it gonna sell? Is it good for the customer? So this thing is amazing. It kind of does this number and allows you to actually sleep in this recliner, because believe it or not, that is a trend. Falling asleep in your recliner is a trend, because a lot of people are refusing to go get a sleep study, or they have breathing problems that they haven't addressed yet.
Yep.
And they're finding that these chairs are really helpful for that. Also, another thing that I read was it's helping people that have COVID because they have problems breathing at night. So this recliner actually, because it lifts them up, allows them to sleep on that. I thought that was really cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and also, if anybody happens to spend a lot of time in a chair, I know, okay, for instance, my mother is wheelchair bound, so she's always in a sitting position. And for her, she can't stay in one position in a chair for long, you know, because you don't want to accrue any type of bed sore or anything of that such. So for her, comfort is key. And what comes down to the facts in that chair is the fact that because it puts you in zero gravity and it lifts the midsection up, she's not going to have to worry about sliding forward, but more so when she's going into that cradle position, it's taking all the weight off of her lower back area to midsection. And it's also going to be better for circulation because it's bringing her feet up while her head does come down. It's never going to be a flat position. So for her, it would be very beneficial too, because she wouldn't be accruing bed sores. So it does kind of respond like a medical bed is where I'm going with that.
Yeah. I think what I'll do, just so that way you guys can see this, I will go ahead and put a couple of these up on our website, so that way you guys can at least, is it pre-shop or is it?
Well, yeah, get an idea of what we're bringing in.
Yeah.
And
so
put it
yeah.
in the write-up that we're bringing them in.
Yeah. So I'll put that on the website for you. I'll have that up there by Monday afternoon, so that way you guys can see it. Because this is a very interesting offering. It's very unique, and it's very. I think it's very utilitarian, but it's also a very pretty chair.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was that one. Okay. So next question.
Can you read it? When you do sleep coach, are you getting medical advice from a doctor? I guess what I am asking is if you are using credible references.
Ooh.
That's a very good question.
That's a really good question. Okay, so the way Sleep Coach works is Sleep Coach started off as a weekly blog, then it turned into video, and then it turned into a mixture of video and a blog. It's a lot of research. All of us, and I'm not just talking me, Gretch researches stuff, Melanie researches stuff. We all spend, I would say, about a quarter of our day researching and reading about the products we sell, about sleep, about how things can help our customers. It's constant growth with us. I think Gretch's thing is we don't like being comfortable where we're at. We always want to grow. Well, research helps us grow. The question was, am I using legit research? So yes, I'm using anything from the International Sleep Association. I'm using medical advice. I read a lot of books on sleep. Matthew Walker is a sleep expert who happens to be my personal hero. I've taken classes on sleep. In fact, right now I'm taking a class on sleep. It's a master class on sleep. It's amazing. So yeah, we research everything. We aren't just making things up. We reference a lot of stuff on our website. It's important that we're giving facts.
Yes.
And we're giving the real stuff that's going on. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I feel like what you covered is exact. I do think it's important that, when we do share information, that you realize we're not opinionating our stuff. We're not trying to sell based off of words. We're trying to share information.
Yeah.
In the process, what our goal is when you come in is to inform you about the products, inform you about the materials in the products and stuff, because we want you to be able to make an informed decision. And by all means, we've had people come in here that are very knowledgeable from the get-go. So when we're sharing stuff, they could be like, oh, I've read that, or oh, I've seen that. And they can engage in these things, or they can actually share information with us that we haven't received. So it's all about information. But no, we will not opinionate anything just to produce a show or to make a sell or anything of that such. We're just trying to share information so you can make a better informed decision whenever it comes to you buying.
I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, people might think it's just stuff made up because we're just trying to produce a show.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, no, it's real research. Yeah,
we're not Hollywood.
Yeah, we're definitely, as you can tell, we're definitely not Hollywood. We're definitely not Hollywood. All right, this beer is really good.
It is.
It is really good. Sacramento Sunset 575.
It's got lots of tangerine.
By the way, it is Bill and Vicky's anniversary this weekend. So yeah, we need to text
you guys,
them.
did you hear that? Not only is it Valentine's weekend, it's Bill and Vicky's anniversary weekend. So if you guys happen to go by to buy some beer, make sure you tell them happy anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how sweet.
Yep. Okay, so how do I know if my bedroom set needs a box spring?
Oh, okay. Well, on bedroom frames, when it comes to a bed frame, excuse me, not a bedroom frame, but a bed frame, if it has 5 slats, that's to support your foundation, which is another word for a box spring. Okay, and I'll explain that to you in a minute. So it's made to support a foundation, which therefore supports the mattress. If you have a slat, like I always call it the skeletal system because I don't know what the...
It looks like the ribs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like ribs. It looks like a skeletal system of all your ribs. That right there is called platform bed. Or if you have a solid piece of wood, that's called a platform.
It's like 12. It's like 12 slats.
So if you have either one of those or an adjustable base, it takes the place of having those 5 slats or having a platform bed. I'm talking about an adjustable. I'm getting all my words mixed up. See what happens when I drink?
I'll limit for next week.
And just to let you know, a box spring, we actually call them foundations now because they don't have springs inside of them anymore. They are wood. And it's really important that your mattress have proper support. So if you don't have an actual platform bed or an adjustable base, then yes, you're going to need to have a foundation. The reason for that is a foundation is constructed to absorb the energy from the mattress. And without that, your mattress is going to do what it's supposed to, which is flex, but it'll be your spine that takes on all of that energy and your hips, okay? So if you imagine sitting into a bed, all of that energy, if you're on something that doesn't have support, either your mattress is going to flex through, or if it's sitting, let's say, directly on the floor. I've had people who have done that and come in and say, hey, my mattress feels firmer. And it's like, yeah, it's because you're actually the one absorbing all that energy now because the floor doesn't flex underneath of it. So, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, the one thing that you said with the setting the mattress on the floor, we've had people that have been like, oh my gosh, my mattress has totally different characteristics. It's because, well, yeah, you had a really cruddy foundation underneath it, and now you're doing that. We've done deliveries. We've done deliveries where people actually have the mattress on nothing but the 5 slats that you're talking about, and we're like, no, that won't work. That won't work. An actual platform frame has anywhere from 12 to 15 slats. It really looks like what she said. It looks like your rib cage, and it's on the bed platform, and you can just set your mattress on that. But if your bed only has anywhere from 3 to 5 slats, that's just a regular bed. You need a box spring on there. Now,
foundation.
A box spring foundation, yeah. So, foundations actually come in different sizes. They come in a little thing called a bunkie board, which is about yay thick, which
2 inches.
That's about 2 inches. They come in a 4-inch, and then they come in a 9-inch foundation. So you have 3 different sizes that you can choose from. So that way we can adjust the height of your bed, because again, we've done customers' houses where the bed is up here and the wife is down here and she's having to use a trampoline to jump into bed. So yes, we have options for you.
Yes. And what he's saying too, it's also important to key in on, a lot of mattresses nowadays are very deep pocketed, and what that means is they're super thick mattresses. So if you're going to balance that out, then you want to have a foundation underneath of it that's going to still work and absorb that energy, but it's not going to apply more height. I mean, unneeded height. If you have a 16-inch mattress and then you have a 5-inch low-profile foundation underneath of that, that's 21 inches that you're setting on top of the structure for your bed. So, I mean, it's a lot to contemplate in the math, but we do cover that when we do go up to the register because we don't want any surprises when it comes to delivery. We want you to feel comfortable knowing that we are pre-thinking it out.
This is all from mistakes that we made when we first opened. I mean,
Yes.
we learned from our mistakes. We literally, when we first opened, we didn't know any better, and we were selling beds that were this high, and we were like, we should do something about this. And we researched, again, the research, learning from our mistakes, and that's why now we are definitely experts at getting you the right height mattress, the right height. The finished product will be right. Okay?
Yep.
All right. So we're going through these really quick. Do you have anything to add? Okay.
He said, uh-oh, it's magic.
Yeah, that's not what he's saying. All right. Oh, this one's for you. This one's for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I love your candles. How often will you get new scents?
I order every month, on average so far. I really didn't think we were going to need to order for a long time after this last big order, but we have a few fragrances that are selling off the shelf. Seriously.
Do you guys know what $3,000 worth of candles looks like?
You need to come see our store.
I do.
Wait a minute. I do. But I have to say, we have done so well. We've been very blessed with the candles. They're soy candles with beeswax infusion. They burn clean. They have cotton wicks. They're all white, so they produce the most glow whenever they are lit. And the jars are just adorable. You can reuse those jars for all kinds of crafting ideas, or even simplicity of like Q-tips, cotton balls, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's all kinds of usages. But the thing is when you have a few fragrances that people just latch onto, they sell quick. And that's what I'm running into. I have about 5 or 6 fragrances that I can't keep stocked. So I'm going through and I am getting ready to reorder again to fill in the holes that we have sold, and also to try to create a buffer for some of those favorite fragrances so we can restock faster. Yeah,
the candles have been a bigger hit than well, the whole boutique has been a bigger hit than I anticipated, but it's been an even bigger hit than she anticipated because we've got people in here that we'll see them every Saturday, and they make it a point. They come in here, they shop it, they look for the new stuff, and they're constantly asking her when you're getting something like this, or when you're getting something like that. And that's who we're mining these ideas from. I mean, yeah, we're looking at gift catalogs and all this stuff, but we're listening to what the customers say, and it's so cool. I love when she's interacting with the customers over there, because it's like she's asking 50 questions and they're just digging it, because we're really trying to find out what you guys want. Yeah, it's not about what we want, it's about what you guys want, except for the candy. The candy was my idea, and that's not being taken away from me.
And he indulges in that candy.
Yeah. So we do need to order more candy.
Well, I have to say, I'm just going to brag a little bit. We had 2 gentlemen that came in here for Valentine's Day for their wives, and getting to shop with them was so much fun. So any husbands out there, or even wives out there, you want to come and do some Valentine's shopping, we are more than welcoming and inviting to having anybody come in under any necessary means for Valentine's Day. I mean, it's Sunday. So by all means, come in, see us, see what we have, and I will help you shop if you want me to. I also offer, if you want to just narrow down your time, tell me what it is. My point blank question I like to ask is, tell me about your significant other that you're shopping for, and that way I can help, guide, and that way you're not having to shop everything if you don't want to. So it was a lot of fun. And getting to wrap it and stuff and make the bag all pretty and the tissue paper and stuff. I mean, they don't even have to worry about gift wrapping it. We take the price tags off and everything.
I'm really good at gift wrapping.
No, you're not. You shouldn't see his gift wrapping. It's embarrassing.
Pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I like my gift wrapping.
You want to tell him what you do?
I keep it in a plastic bag.
The Walmart bag.
Walmart, wherever we go shopping, I'll put it in the bag. What?
He's Careful.
Wrapping is bad for the environment. That's a tree.
That's recycled. The bags are.
Yeah, I know. I ordered recycled bags because I wanted us to be environmentally sound.
Right? And so, no, that takes the whole weight of, oh, I gotta go shopping. I don't want to. Well, come in here, because guess what? I love shopping.
And there's leftover beer sometimes, so hey, come in, go do your Valentine's shopping. Hell, have her do the Valentine's shopping, and you can come have a beer with me. All right, next one. Okay, ooh, this is, I know who this is, and this was a really good question. I got this a couple of weeks ago, so this is an old question. I am getting my knee replacement surgery in a few weeks. What would you recommend to hold my leg up while sleeping? I was told you have a wedge pillow that would work wonders to help me with healing. Okay, so you've had this question in the past. I had this question recently. Go for it. Answer this one.
Okay, we do have a wedge pillow, so if you're not needing to buy a mattress or an adjustable base and stuff, and you're just wanting to add it for temporary reasons, for like knee recovery and that such, we do have a wedge pillow. And it's wonderful because it's like it's got a long side and then a short side, and then it goes in an angle to meet the top. So you can either prop that against the wall to lean back on, or you can lay it flat on the bed and lay your back on it for acid reflux or breathing issues. Or you can turn it around where the heel is at you and it goes downhill, and you can place your leg on there right at the bend, and your leg just lays down on it. And what that elevation factor does for knee replacement is it's going to take the weight off your leg, but it's going to keep it elevated so it can heal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this wedge pillow that she's talking about is wonderful. It's firm enough to hold you up and everything. But like she said, this is temporary. What we really like to do is, if we could, I mean, and depending on your budget, if we could fit you into an adjustable base or a power base, that would be wonderful. Mm-hmm. A power base could not only raise or elevate your leg the way the doctor wants you to, but it also relieves the pressure on your hip. Mm-hmm. And that's important. So if you're getting a knee surgery, keep that in mind. I know your doctor will recommend a wedge pillow, and yes, we have those, and yes, we sell many of them. We keep them in stock. I think right now we're out of stock, so I'll order those as soon as possible. But we do keep those around normally, and because we do get a lot of patients that are having, or a lot of guests in here that are having knee replacement surgery. What's the other one? There's another one that's real common around here. It's a hip replacement, maybe? I don't know.
Hip replacement has only been twice with me.
Okay.
But I'm not sure as far as your customers.
Yeah.
But the power base, the adjustable base, honestly, it starts in the field of just muscle recovery. So if you're an athlete, it starts with that.
Yep.
Medical field wise, when you combine your athlete with your medical reasons, that's when you have the adjustable base. It's good for everything. Muscle recovery, better breathing, acid reflux, lower back issues, hip issues, all of it.
And all this, and elevating your leg, just like your doctor said. So wedge pillow, yes, wonderful, will work. A power base, even better. It'll work longer term, and you won't have to worry. I mean, it's good for you for life. It's really good.
Yeah, okay. We love ours. Ours is even good. Like in the evening time when we first get in bed, it's unwinding time. So you can read, you can sit up and work on your phone, your tablet. Just sitting up in the position, for me, it's my Scrabble.
She's a Scrabble fiend.
I am. I love words. And when it comes to just your come down off the high of your day moment and stuff, and sitting in that position and turning on the massage feature and stuff, for me, it's wonderful. Mm-hmm. That's my regular thing at night. It drives him nuts because he doesn't like when I have the massager on, but I love the massager. I think it's wonderful. I'm
not a big fan of the massager just because it rattles my brain, but it does work. Yeah.
It doesn't rattle my brain. It feels good.
Yeah, well, it rattles my brain. All right, one more question, and then we'll do our what we learned this week. I'm so excited about what we learned this week.
You must have a good topic to share.
I do. You actually kind of already covered it, but I want to cover it. Okay. You said last time that importing furniture was taking a longer time. Why don't you buy American? Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that one because this is. I had this conversation with at least 2 customers today.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you said last time that importing furniture was taking a longer time. Why don't you just buy American?
Go ahead. Start it off.
Oh, you want me to start? Okay.
Yep.
So, honestly, we try to buy American. We have in here, I believe at last count, 50% of our furniture was American. We've tried to raise that number. The only thing right now is American is not as available as it normally is. That's not to say that in the future, because I know I'm going to try and I know she's going to try, we're going to try to stick with a higher number of American-made goods. Our mattresses, 99% of our mattresses are made in America. We have one standout model that we still have on our floor that we're clearancing out. Well, it's not really clearancing out, we're just trying to move it out. Out of all our mattresses, we have one that's made in China, and we're moving that guy out, okay? So, mattresses, all American made. Furniture, it's a little harder to get. We're trying, we're really trying, but right now I can tell you that about, I would say furniture is 50-50, 50 American, 50 Vietnam. We still have a few Chinese standouts, but just a few. We are trying, but right now with COVID and everything going on, it's a little bit of a struggle, and we would have you waiting quite a bit for that stuff. Yeah.
Right now, I mean, with COVID, obviously it's slowed down production of everything because there's a shortage in wood, a shortage in memory foam, a shortage in steel, and that affects all memory foam mattresses, which every mattress pretty much has memory foam in it, unless if it's an all latex or an airbed. And as far as having steel and stuff like that, that's pretty much your furniture base. Your furniture carries a lot of metalwork. So everything kind of suffers from, the COVID effect. But we aren't going to slow down in trying to find other vendors either. I mean, we found some very good vendors that we will stay loyal to because they've been loyal to us by a long shot. Just great companies. But in the process too, I mean, we're not going to stop trying to see what else is out there. Again, it's all about research. See what your options are and head that direction.
I've got a question.
Okay.
How much of our jobs do you think is research?
I would say if you were to round up based off of the information that we share and everything, I would say we're at least in the 85 to 90 percentile because we're reading on our own, we're listening to podcasts on our own, we're coming into the store, we're researching on our own. We're also sharing information within both stores. We always have a store meeting every week. We're in a situation where the reason we survived COVID, I mean, if you want to know the blatant, honest truth, is for the fact that we researched to see what needs our community has and went that direction. You can't stay within your own means and think that that's just going to be your survival mechanism forever. It's not. I mean, if you look at yourself 10 years ago, your needs today are different. And that's exactly how it happens in business as well. You have to grow with the times as they change. So with these shortages and stuff, we're not going to stay complacent, and we're not going to be in a situation of excuses either. We are going to consistently look to see what else is out there.
Yeah, I know for me, it was a huge surprise because I have this little thing called Timular, and it's like you do research on yourself to find out where you're wasting time and where you can fix that. And this thing is it's so accurate and everything, but 90% of my day was spent researching. As a business owner, 90% of your day is spent researching. That is so cool. That means the us that started in January, we won't even recognize ourselves in December. That's pretty cool. That's growth. That's really cool.
And when people ask Liz, I can't even talk. The beer's good. When people ask us, what is your situation with the beds? What is your situation with the furniture? You could automatically tell they've left another store. They're not happy because there's a waiting period and stuff. And we just have to reaffirm the fact it's not the store. This is a true issue that every one of us are facing. And
yes, we have defended our competition.
Yes.
Countless times we've defended our competition because, I don't know, why is that? Because we've had to defend our competition so many times. We've had customers come through the door, and it's like they don't believe them. But no, seriously, there is a shortage of furniture right now.
Well,
everybody's facing it.
That can go right back to, depending on the experience that they had at that person's store.
True.
If they don't feel like they can trust the person, they're going to question their authenticity. I have to really slow down to say that.
That is true.
And the situation when you have another company back you on the information given, it does reaffirm the fact that they're not trying to like push you off or give you excuses. It actually says, okay, well, this must be true, blah, blah, blah. But nevertheless, when it comes into a whole community, and not even just in the community, online, we're so used to being a convenience country. We can go through a drive-through and not have to wait in line. We can
Yep.
We can shop online now, literally, and have our groceries delivered.
And COVID's changed that.
Yeah, COVID has made some of our conveniences needs. But in the process of it, I mean, if you take COVID away from it, those needs don't go away. As far as online ordering for your groceries and the, service factors have really upscaled. So I'm just wondering what our situation will be like after.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing where our supply goes. But okay, so back to the question, and I answered it, but I'll answer it again because this one hit us hard, and we're asked this constantly. You said last time that importing furniture was taking a longer time. Why don't you buy American? We constantly seek American furniture. We buy when we can. We buy when it's available. Right now, it's very, very, very lagging behind. Not lagging behind as in a bad thing, but lagging behind because the supplies have been so tight. So as you come shopping, you will see more and more American-made furniture. I don't know if we'll ever get to 100%. I would love to. It's not a realistic goal, but I would love to. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was our last question. Now we're going to do our wrap-up of what we learned this week. We're not even going to take a break because Melanie doesn't have to go to the bathroom this week. So we're going to continue through. So in, normally what we learned this week is when all three of us talk about what we learned this week, what we picked up. And you go first.
Okay. Well, I think I will cover just off of today. I did have a customer coming in and asking about our CBD products.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And, the biggest thing with CBD is it's still kind of a taboo subject because when people hear the word CBD, they get confused with the idea of what hemp is and think THC. And one gets you high and one gets you healthy. They're very different. And CBD gets you healthy. So in the situation of needing CBD, trying to find, a cure for somebody is never the answer. Again, we're not doctors, just like the question asked earlier. What we do is we share the information based off the product, which has been scientifically proven, or scientifically tested, or scientifically made available to us so that we can share the product information. But getting to talk with her, she was already very informed on the properties of CBD and how things have or have not worked for her, and what's the difference in what we carry. I mean, that was her biggest question. Why is yours any better than any of the others? Because
everybody's selling it right now. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody's selling it. Everybody's got their own pitch. But we went this route because this is amazing.
It's not a gas station CBD.
Right.
And it's not a CBD oil. And that's what grabs people. If you go somewhere and you buy CBD oil, even if it's from a dispensary, you're buying oil. And it's not all CBD. You have synthetic additives, whether it's flavor, color, taste, even the bottles that they use can artificially create an environment to where you want to buy it because it's cute, but when you taste it, you're like, wait a minute, I'm not feeling anything. So where I'm going with this is you have a synthetic available CBD oil, and all CBD oils will have real hemp in there, but what makes it synthetic are the additives. Oils will be added with more oils so that they can add the flavor and that such. So what that does is it dilutes the product of the CBD that you're purchasing every time something is added. In the process, CBD oil has to be digested for you to feel the effects of it.
Right.
And that right there is where you have a lot of changes, because your body's going to digest based off of how it's used to digesting. You may not get all the properties of the CBD out of it. Not only that, the effectiveness, once it's been diluted with all the other synthetic additives, lessen the effect that you're going to feel for pain relief and that such. So when you look at a CBD oil or CBD fluid that is not an oil base, it's a water-based CBD. The big difference is you don't have to wait for the time. It will take effect literally within minutes. You will feel the effect of it, and it's because it's based off of a molecular level in your mouth. When you take it, it's absorbed, and it automatically starts to respond. Even if you swallow a pill like a Tylenol or anything that you're taking for any type of pain relief, you have to wait the period for it to kick in. With CBD fluid, when you take it, you automatically feel it literally within minutes. He has migraines, and when he gets a migraine, if he feels the sensation coming on and he takes the CBD, it stops it.
I'll take CBD. I'll take the CBD, and within, I would say, 10 minutes, it's alleviating. The cool thing about it is after my migraine, that bruising that you have after a migraine, it's not there anymore. This CBD really, it does a good job.
And if he's somewhere where he doesn't have his CBD fluid and his migraine kicks in and goes full force, and he starts having the effects of the headache, the nausea, the eye that's affected.
Life sucks at that point, yeah.
Yeah, where you know, okay, I need to go home, I need to be in a dark room, I need to go to sleep. Once he takes the CBD, when his migraine has developed to that, it's usually about an hour later. He wakes up, he gets up, and he still has no residual brain bruising. So he can come right back to work, sit in front of the screen, and he's great. Yeah,
I've come back to work after having a migraine without the CBD, and then I'll get home, take the CBD, and I'll be able to come back to work within an hour. It was about an hour. Yeah, it was about an hour. So yeah. I vouch for this stuff. I just tell people I vouch for it. I believe in it because my migraines are automatically gone. So yeah.
But it's also good for assisting in like ADD, ADHD. You could put it in your child's water bottle and put 2 drops in there, and then put the lid back on and pack it in their lunchbox, and their teachers are going to love you because their child they're able to at that point focus, function, remember, participate, everything that they're not able to do within a school setting. And it's all because it helps take that anxiety out. It helps remove the anxiousness you feel like you are compelled to move. You're compelled to yell. You're compelled to go do something because your desire is there and you can't control it. So it helps with those situations. It also helps with animals. We have dogs that respond terribly. One of them, we love her. She's a full-size plot hound. She's a big dog. She
has anxiety, but we've given her the CBD and it calms her right up. It works.
Yes.
It works pretty good. It works pretty good.
And that's even with the planes flying overhead and doing that sonic boom and stuff. It's not even with just fireworks and stuff. So, and it helps her. It helps our younger dog, our smaller dog. She's a Shih Tzu, and she takes it as well, and it helps suppress a lot of her anxiety as well. So the whole point is you finding exactly what it is that helps you, and trying a water base versus having an oil base is like night and day. So getting to talk with her was just great. Yeah,
that was actually because they talked for a good hour and a half, and her husband just kind of sat there and was listening, and he put in a little bit. Yeah, he put in a little. So the conversation was great. But it was awesome because this lady was so well educated on it, and then she was blown away by what we sell. And then they just talked more, and I guess she went home and even ordered more. So I thought that was really cool. Right. But thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate you. I appreciated hearing the conversation because you guys were making me laugh. I was working on my computer way over here. They were in the boutique, and I was just hearing them and just laughing away because they were really funny. Okay, so my turn on what I learned this week. Mine isn't as intense as yours. Mine was just what I learned was, number one, you guys are watching these videos and you're learning from them. Yeah. So that means my 4 hours of editing is actually meaning something to somebody. and that's really awesome. And I say 4 hours because this show's normally anywhere from 45 to an hour. That takes about an hour of editing and then a lot of rendering time on the computer. And then the other videos that we make, your CBD one, Melanie's Valentine video, all our new item videos, all our sleep coach videos, that's a lot of work. And at first it felt like, well, why am I doing this? And then now we're seeing that people are actually watching these videos. So a big thank you to you. Yeah. We are so glad that you're watching and learning. That's the whole point of them. So that's one of the things that I learned this week. The other is that, gentlemen, if you need to shop for Valentine's, if you've waited till the last minute, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. This woman right here, she just hooked up 2 guys and made it look Sunday. Like, okay, well, tomorrow's the last shopping day before it. Yeah. So this woman right here just hooked up 2 guys that were, I'm not going to say clueless, but they were gift challenged, and she hooked them up to make it look like they just spent like hours shopping. So I need your help because you need to hook me up. No, never mind.
Oh, I know what your wife wants.
Never mind. So with that, we're going to let you go for this week. Everybody wish Melanie well.
Yes, we miss you, Mel.
We miss you, and we look forward to seeing you back. Yep. And until next week, have a wonderful week. Bye.
Bye.